Hey there, and welcome back to the show. I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance because I'm a little heated right now. So I'm going to try to keep it together. I'm going to do a little emotional processing and I'm going to talk really slow. Maybe that'll help. But I just want you to know I'm a bit feisty about the topic of today. So I was going to call this the capacity to tolerate, which is kind of what it's going to be about, but I'll just label it money talk. So I was talking to one of my highly respected mentors today. Many of you probably know her. And she had big goals, like $100 million goals. And we were in a meeting and talking about like creating a program for new coaches and something that would go all the way to something for scaling for older coaches, who are already making six figures and beyond. And so we were just kind of discussing ideas and things that come up and, that maybe could be helpful. Well, you guys know this is what I've been doing for the last 10 years is helping women, whether it was through a direct sales company, their massage business, their fitness gym, spa, salon, clinic. And I'm talking helping people who've never made $50,000 to people who are making $5 million. So this is a great topic for me. I knew I would have some amazing input. I've got lots of programs and concepts, and I've really been working hard on this. And anyone who is in Boss Up or any of my paid programs know that I'm just ready to be done with these apologies about money. Anyway, let me tell you the story. So I was talking to her and it was my turn to kind of present. And I don't even remember. Oh, the first thing I said was, getting really clear about what is a revenue producing activity. It was like that simple. And she's like, wait, hold on. I've gotten in a lot of trouble about this, about money. And I'm like, you know what? I'm over it. No apologies for me. Until someone can prove to me that they can live on planet Earth without money, I'm over it. I'm just over it. And I'm passionate about this, but I also have a little bit of maybe rage or anger about it too, because the BS about making people feel ashamed or guilty because they're focusing on money, because they're focusing on personal responsibility. See, I tell you I was going to be angry. And I was just putting a post on Facebook. And as I was typing it up, I could feel this coming from me. And it's coming from like, well, money won't make you happy. Well, you know what? Let me just tell you something. So have a little seat right here because you may need, if you're the person who says that, you need to go take a little walk to the welfare office or the projects. Maybe you need to know what it feels like to be the poor, pregnant, broke ass sitting at the welfare office hoping to get some food stamps that I can maybe trade in for some toothpaste and toilet paper. And until you sit there, you're probably a little entitled to think that it's an easy life and the money that you have is great and wonderful. But just so you know, there are a lot of people walking planet Earth that don't have that luxury, that don't have those resources. And I was one of them. And I'm just sick and tired of the bullshit about money being a bad and sinful thing. It's bull. It's your belief system. It's your experience. It's whatever you came in with or whatever you read in your Bible thumping days where you're throwing this stuff at other people. You're off. And people are struggling and they're suffering because they believe you and they believe your threats about them being sinful. And I'm sorry if I'm hollering, but I got a new mic. So it might actually be the mic. It might not even be me, although I am a bit energetically hyped. I have been for the last couple of days. And let me just tell you why. I set a big, big goal this year. Not only did I set it publicly, which could be very humiliating if I don't hit it. Embarrassing, shameful, more ashamed than not making money, by the way. Just saying. So not only did I tell my mentor and told my community and my husband and my family, I'm planning a big all-inclusive family paid trip when I hit the goal, when, not if, but when I hit the goal. Listen, I said it publicly in front of 30,000 people that have now seen the video. So I can't go back. So what I can do is clean up the limiting beliefs that live inside of my head. So I want to talk about why this is such a big deal and why I'm so passionate about it. Listen, when I was a kid, I wanted to live in the projects because they had a brick house. I lived in a trailer house. And when it would thunder and rain and tornadoes passed by, which they did, and flipped the trailer next to me and threw the rabbit pin in a circle in the yard, I was scared to death as a 9-year-old kid. I was scared. And I wanted to live in the projects because they had a brick house. I thought like that's how far I could dream. That was it. Because I didn't know better. I didn't have anyone around me who had money. I didn't have any examples. I wanted to live in a brick house, and projects looked like that was a good place to do that. So I just don't want to hear it anymore. There are a lot of good, smart, hardworking, intelligent people out there that are being misdirected and misinformed. And I just want you, if that is you, to shut the hell up. Maybe put yourself in their shoes if they have some. Did you have shoes? Did someone buy you shoes? Some of us didn't have anyone to buy us clothes or take us shopping. I lived an entire life up to 55 years with no mother. I've never had a mother. I've never had a woman take me shopping and show me what to buy and give me resources that a lot of you had. And now that I can finally do it, I want to help others do it too. And all this crap that y'all are saying about money being bad or sinful, or you shouldn't be focused on it and there's other things more important, they're lying. And if it's you, you're lying. There is nothing more important. I tell you what, if you were trapped somewheres in a cave, in a field, out into the wilderness, and you had nothing, I'm telling you nothing, your brain would kick into gear and it would do anything for food. And that means killing someone for money because money buys food. I don't think your brain in survival mode would be looking for love. And if you feel different, so be it. I'm a survivor. I've been put in some horrible positions. I made my way through. I'm not a victim. I am responsible for every single thing that happens in my life, that comes into my bank account, that comes into my home, that comes into my business. I take full responsibility for that. And I took full responsibility for cleaning up my limiting beliefs once I learned that there was a better way. And I am not going to sit back and apologize for it, even if it's to my mentors, because I'm like, who got to you? Who unsold you? The haters. That's who. The haters unsold her. The people throwing the tomatoes from the audience, the people who were not in there becoming their full potential. Guys, it's not about the money. The money is a representation of the value that you have offered the world. The money is a resource that comes to you because you have given something and it comes back to you. All that other stuff is a lie. So I hope this has not been stopping you and your issues with money. If you have a limited bank account, if you're not able to invest because you don't have a money, you got a money problem. I am not the one who made up the rules. If you have a scarcity issue and you need to break through your limiting beliefs, I don't care what kind of session you need to have, you need money to do it. People are not going to walk around in this world and pay $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 to be trained in a modality to help you break through that, and then you get it for free. It's a beautiful, lovely thought. But who the hell do you think paid the $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000? The person who was so desperate to serve and help, and to help people not suffer. It is painful to watch people suffer. So we worked hard for our money to invest in learning the tools that we now have. And we don't owe that to anyone. It's your responsibility to figure out how to get it. What can you do? Maybe you can walk in a neighborhood and offer to pick up the trash cans on Wednesday when they're thrown all over the street. Or are you like too entitled to do that? Maybe you can clean some houses. Maybe you can cut some grass. Maybe you can wash someone's car. Because let me tell you, I'm not buying that bullshit that you can't find a job and you can't make money, because there are way more people who are looking for good help than there are without jobs. Did I say that right? Let me just correct it. There are way more people looking for good help. I think it would get rid of the entire unemployment. Matter of fact, I came up with a new idea today, and it would require people who are willing to go to work. And that's the very first thing that came up is, who are you going to find that's going to do that? Well, hopefully you're hungry enough, because if you're hungry enough, your brain will do anything, including hurting someone in order to be fed, because that is the mind body. That is how it works. But listen, you got to be willing to do whatever it takes to put you in the position to earn the resources that will get you out of this. I remember sitting at the welfare office. I was not happy, by the way. Poor did not make me happy. Depressed did not make me happy. Buttloads of medication that I was like given to because of my depression did not make me happy. You know what makes me happy? Showing up, doing the best I can, helping people, earning money, taking personal responsibility for what I need, what I want. I don't expect your taxes or the government to give me what I need. I take responsibility for that. I get up and do that. But don't think I didn't have to clean some houses and some feet, cleaned feet. I massaged naked bodies. I did a lot of things that some of you won't do. Are you willing to go work at Starbucks or the dollar store or Walmart? Are you willing to go wash someone's car, do their laundry? Are you willing? Because if you ain't willing, that's why you're sitting in the position that you're sitting in. So I'm not taking up for you, but I'm also not buying the story that money is bad or makes you greedy or you should be ashamed or you're going to hell. So this is Money Talk with Kim Guillory. And I want to offer you to come and boss up, because let me tell you what's funner than sitting at the welfare office. Watching my clients win. They are signing up people like crazy. They're getting consults. They're making money they never imagined possible. I have clients that went from $22,000 top pay. They were teaching and are now busting through $75,000 a year. And they're doing it by serving. They're doing it by doing something that they love. They are happy and earning money. It's possible. It's possible, but you've got to get over all this indoctrination that people tell you. Your little aunt and your little mom and your little dad and your little papa that told you to save that and be careful, and those people are just going to take advantage of you. You can keep that story and you can keep your seat at the welfare office. I love you, and nobody saved my ass. And that was the grace of God that I had to save my own. Just know that it's available, that there are resources. There are people willing to help you. I do free calls. I do free YouTube. If you just go down my YouTube channel or anybody's, just search Google. There are so many opportunities, but you got to get rid of the victim mindset, and you got to quit listening to the lies that society is feeding you, that your family is telling you. A lot of that stuff is not true. You should never take advice from anyone who doesn't have what you want. And that's what I was doing. I was taking advice from people who were not well and not wealthy. They were not healthy. They had shitty relationships and they had bad attitudes. And that's what it got me. Exactly what they were. I got away from it. Not easy. Not easy to walk away. But you know what? It wasn't easy to sit at the welfare office either. I'll never forget. I was sitting in the fourth chair right in the middle, directly in front of the window, hoping I could get to there as quickly as possible before someone saw me. And I made a commitment. I made a promise to myself. This was in 1988. And I said, I don't know what I have to do, but I'm never coming back here. And my things that I got food stamp. It was good for 6 months. And then I was going to have to go back and reapply to get it again. And I said, I'm not coming back here. Matter of fact, I had one visit to try to get child support because his dad didn't claim him. So I was trying to get child support. And I said, not even there, not even there, not fighting this. I'm not doing this. It's got to be easier to just make money than deal with this shame. So those of you that are trying to shame people and give them guilt about money, it's because you haven't been in a shameful position. I was ashamed of the very being that I was. And it was not my fault. I did not know better. But that shame is a hell of a lot worse than that shame you are throwing out on social media and to the clients that I am listening to about the bullshit that you are telling them. Hey, I warned you. I told you I was going to be hot and heated today. I'm so tired of seeing people live beyond their potential because of this. Watching the leaders and the mentors who are trying to help be smashed on and canceled. That's all you got to do with your little entitled self? That's all you got to do is put other people down? Why? So they don't reach your dreams and you don't have to look in the mirror at your pitiful self who didn't do better? Is that why? That's ugly. That's ugly, Kim. Stop that. Listen, I love you. If you're listening to this, and that is you, repent, redeem yourself, woman. Redeem yourself. Go and make good on it. Tell people how amazing they are and how life is just ready to treat them. Go and love on them and help them do better. Get rid of whatever this is, these lies about money, about wealth, about health, about doing better, about healing themselves. Give them a chance, man. Just give them a chance. Some of these people have never seen opportunity. They have no clue that they can make $100,000, much less $1 million. And when we have people like me who are defending and trying to help humanity do better, surpass their parents and the generational garbage that was passed down, stop hating on us. Stop hating on us. You know, I had a moment with my mentor a few weeks ago, and we were talking about this, and I was saying how success is so scary and hard because the more people that know you, the more people that hate you. And she said, you know, I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. There was a time where it did bother me what other people thought of me, but it was not as bad as what I was telling myself about myself. And so I'll just leave that with you. Those people that you're telling all these shameful things about how they're putting money first and they're all about the money and all this stuff, that is just survival. We need money to survive. This is a real deal. Even 2-year-olds at the ballpark know that they need money to go to the concession stand. So quit being stupid. Quit being ignorant. Even toddlers know better. So quit lying and quit telling people to play small and to reduce their dreams because you reduced yours. That's it. That's what I got for you. Short and spunky. Have an amazing week. And if you want to make money, send an email to kim@kimguillory.com and I will show you how. That is my commitment. It's my commitment to myself to get me out of that, to get my family out of that, and to whoever is willing to take the steps. But I'm not going to drag you along. I've been doing that for over 20 years and I'm not doing it anymore. You got to be willing to take personal responsibility, and you got to be willing to let go of those ghosts, those lies that's coming from your family, from society, from the government, from the church. Got to be willing to let that go. And if you're not willing to let that go, don't even contact me because I can't help you. I had to let it all go. There was no way I could step into something else with those beliefs. All right. Have an amazing week.